Greetings, ChampCar racers, and welcome to your virtual drivers meeting for your Willow Springs race. This is for the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series race, obviously at Willow Springs. And as usual, we'd like to thank our sponsors, including, and I'm going to read them right off the form here so I get them right, Frozen Rotors, Racing Radios, Lifeline Fire Suppression, RVA Graphics and Wraps, Bell Racing, the official helmet of Champ Car, UUC Motorsport, all right, Paulie, fix that. You can even leave that part in. UUC Motorworks and NLA Parts. We'd also like to thank the Chandler School for continuing to support our Sportsmanship Award. I'll talk more about that at the race when we do the awards presentation. It's one of my favorite sponsors, one of my favorite awards to give out. And of course, our class sponsors, Discovery Parts, MoneyShiftRacing.com, and Krispy Kreme. I'd like to start out by thanking you guys for choosing to race with us. There are a lot of options out there. We think Champ Car offers a really good package, and I appreciate you guys coming to race with us. I hope you have a really good time, and most importantly, I hope you have a good enough time to come back and race with us again. So moving right along, I'm going to keep this kind of short, even shorter than normal, because we are able to get back to in-person drivers meetings, at least short ones, manage space and social distancing, but we can do a drivers meeting at the track. So I can cover a lot of the little last minute details there that I would normally have in the video. So if it sounds like I'm blowing through this quicker than normal, this is why. First thing, if you are new to Champ Car racing, you've never raced with us before, or it's been a long time since you've raced with Champ Car, please take a minute and check out our new to Champ Car video. There'll be a link to it in the email that this video came in. It's also available on our forum under the tab for the races. It's a little bit deeper dive into how Champ Car manages a race, how we officiate the race, how we manage pit lane, fueling rules in a little bit more detail. It's a lot more detailed than what you're going to get here. So if you just like a refresher or you got new people on your team, please take a minute to watch the new driver video. That'll really help you guys out. Okay, so moving along. Let's talk about fueling rules, because that's probably the biggest thing that everybody needs a refresher on. First and foremost, come on to pit lane. Everybody stops at pit in. There's going to be a stop sign, a tent, and one of my people there will put a timer on your car, head to your pit stall, pull into your pit stall. You're going to do fuel and a driver change. Please remember that while you're fueling, the only thing you can do is change the driver and fuel the car. For our rules, fueling is considered to be taking place from the moment the gas cap comes off the car until the moment the gas cap goes back on the car, and all the extra fuel, drip pan, and whatnot goes back over the wall. Between those 2 points in time, you're considered to be fueling. During that time period, you're allowed a total of 5 people over the wall. That's 1 person handling fuel jugs, 1 person with the fire extinguisher, your 2 drivers, and an assistant to help the drivers get in and out of the car. You need to have a hard-sided drip pan, 3-inch hard-sided drip pan under the point where you're doing the fueling to catch any spills. And again, the only thing else you can do is change the driver. Once the gas cap goes back on, then it's a regular pit stop. You can have anybody over the wall doing whatever you want, dressed however you want, change tires, check the oil, etc. If you need to do any repairs beyond just small stuff, it's going to be over 30 minutes. Please take your car back to the paddock. For Willow Springs, pit lane's pretty wide open. There's a lot of space. Everybody will have their own pit stall. So you got plenty of time in there. But just per our rules, if you're going to be on pit lane more than 30 minutes, please take your car back over to the paddock. Once you get done fueling, changing the driver, and doing whatever you're going to do, send your driver down to pit out, where you will also stop. There'll be another stop sign, another tent, another one of my people there. They will check the timer on your car. If you have taken fuel, meaning you've opened the fuel system up, does not matter how much fuel you take. If you open the fuel system up, you're considered to have taken fuel, and you need to spend a total of 5 minutes on pit lane. So check your timer, check to make sure that the 5 minutes has expired, and then send you on your way. When they're checking the timer, they're also going to do a quick courtesy check of your safety equipment. This is my huge liability statement that I make all the time. It is your responsibility to buckle your drivers into the car properly, not ours. We are doing a courtesy check just of the equipment we can see. We'll check to make sure that your belt is properly positioned over your head and neck restraint system. We'll check to make sure your window net is up. Make sure you have a current 2021 gear check inspection sticker on your helmet. If we see anything, the person at pit out will try to make a quick accommodation to help you get it fixed, slip a seatbelt back onto where it belongs, latch a window net or something. But if it's beyond their ability to fix, they're going to have to send you back to your pit stall and let your team reset whatever it is. So please take those extra couple of seconds for safety's sake and make sure you get your driver buckled in the car properly. So after we release you, head back out on track, do your thing. Maximum driver stint is 2 hours. So in sometime less than 2 hours after you leave, we'll expect to see you at pit in again, where you'll stop, get a timer, and repeat the process. I know that's kind of over pretty quickly. On the fire extinguishers, probably worth noting, we see a few different situations with fire extinguishers. Sometimes you need a 10-pound ABC dry chemical fire extinguisher with the pin pulled, charged, and ready to go to put the fire out. We want that person about 3 adult steps back, 10 feet, 3 full-size steps. So if something goes wrong, you're not in the fire. You're able to put the fire out. We see a lot of people who have bumped their fire extinguisher in the trailer or in the shop, the garage, and it's discharged and it's empty and they don't know it. So please make sure your fire extinguisher is full and the person operating it knows how to use it. Okay, so moving on from that, if you want more information on fueling, again, please watch the new driver video. On pit lane in general, remember, when you come onto pit lane, you must stop coming onto pit lane. At the stop sign, you'll get a timer. Doesn't matter if you're planning to go behind the wall, just checking something on the car, you thought you blew the engine, but it turns out that the windshield wiper was broken. Whatever the issue was, you got to stop at pit in. They'll get a timer. If you do not take fuel, say you do check your windshield wiper. I'm sure windshield wipers are going to be a thing at the high desert out here, but you never know. Whatever it is, if you don't take fuel, then you do not have to spend 5 minutes on pit lane. When you get to pit out, they will still check your safety equipment. They will still pull your timer off your car. If you did not take fuel, just tell them no fuel, and then they will let you go. But again, they're going to check your safety equipment. You still need to stop. Everybody stops at pit in. Everybody stops at pit out, regardless of the circumstances. So don't go running past there. Also, speed limit on pit lane, 20 miles an hour. We've made that standard for all Champ Car races this year. It just makes it easier for the staff to remember, for me to remember when I'm doing these videos, and it makes pit lane just that much safer for everybody. So 20 miles an hour, max speed limit on pit lane. If you feel like you're making really good time on pit lane, you're probably going too fast and you need to slow down. Flags, good time to talk about flags. The green flag will be displayed at the start-finish line at the start of the race, and anytime that we have to restart after a pace car. Other than that, no flag on track is considered to be green flag conditions. You'll see the yellows displayed a couple different ways. First is a single standing yellow. The way we interpret the rules for that, if you can see the yellow, that flag is for you. Now, it's worth noting that at Willow Springs, from just about any point on the racetrack, you can see pretty much every other point on the entire racetrack. So be mindful of the fact that the yellow is for the segment you are in. But the big point is, when you're approaching the flag, you don't race up to the flag. If you're approaching the flag station and you can see the flag is out, consider yourself to be under the control of that flag. Standing yellow flag, 70% race speed, no passing. From the moment you see that flag, no passing. You cannot go back to racing and you cannot pass other cars until you get past whatever the incident is that the flag is out for, and you can see the next flag station and see that there is no flag there, then you can go back to racing. Waving yellow flag, same thing. That means there's something imperative on the track. There's somebody turned around, there's an accident, whatever the situation is, it means we really need you to slow down. Waving yellow flag, 50% race speed. Again, no passing until you get past the incident and you can see the next flag station. So most likely what you'll see is you'll come into a section, you'll see a standing yellow. Slow down, get in line, no passing, 70% race speed. You'll get to the next flag station where you'll see a waving yellow, 50% race speed, stay in line, no passing. You see the incident, the safety trucks, whatever the situation was, you get past them. You can see the next flag station is clear, no flag. Then you can go back to racing. That's kind of the way to lay out. The only other situation you might see is a double yellow flag. Double yellow means that we're going to deploy the pace car. Big thing with the double yellow. If you're the leader of the race, congratulations. I'm happy for you. You're the leader of the race. Good job. Please know that you are the leader of the race. And when you see the double yellow flags, be expecting the pace car, be looking for the pace car when Jackie comes out of pit lane. Jackie does like to drive fast and she will run you down if she has to, but I'd rather that she didn't. So if you're the leader, look for the pace car, fall in behind her. She'll pick up the leader and we'll gather up the field. Also, if you're not the leader of the race, please catch up to the field. The reason we have the double yellow out is because something's happened on the track that we need to bunch everybody up in order to clear the incident. So the closer we can get the group together, the faster we can clean the incident and the faster we can get you guys back to green flag racing, which is what we all want to do. So if you're the leader of the race, you should be looking at the tail end of the pace car. If you're not the leader of the race, you should be looking at the back end of one of your competitors. If you are circling the track and you see double yellow flags and nothing out your windshield, that's a problem. Catch up to the field, please. It probably bears saying, because this has happened recently, when you pass through wherever the incident is that the double yellows are out for, please slow down and go through there safely. But outside of the incident area, please catch up to the back of the field. It'll just help us clear the incident that much faster. Black flags, black flag itself, or what we call the meatball, just means report to pit in. There'll be somebody at pit in there where you stop to tell you what you're in for. It could be some sort of violation. It could be something that we just want to talk to you about. Maybe we had a report something happened with a car. We just need to look at it, or maybe even ask you, hey, what happened in the incident? Just report to pit in. The black flag attendant there will tell you what the situation is. If there is a penalty, you serve the penalty right there really quick. Or if it's just a conversation, he'll have it with you and then send you on your way. Red flag. I talked a little bit more about the red flag in the new driver video, but red flag means stop on the track where you're at. It does not mean slam on the brakes and skid to a halt. When you see a red flag, I want you to think in terms of you're driving to work and you see the brake lights ahead of you and you realize that the interstate stopped and you're going to be late for work. So I want you to hit the brakes, slow down, come to a stop. What it means is something really bad has happened on the track. Somebody's upside down, somebody's out of the car, there's been a bad incident, and I need to move safety equipment very, very quickly. So I need you to just stop your vehicle so we can roll the safety equipment and get help to whatever driver or situation is going on the track. Pull to one side of the track or the other. I really don't care which side. Some clubs get really touchy about left or right. What I care about is if all three cars in front of you pull to the left with them. Remember, the whole idea is to leave a clear space for the service and emergency vehicles to get out there to solve whatever the incident is. As hot as it's going to be out there, I will not leave you sitting in those cars very long under a red flag. If we can clear the incident fairly quickly and get you back to double yellow and get you circulating, we will. Or we will send the pace car out. We will park the pace car in front of the leader. We will then go yellow and then black flag and bring everybody down pit lane. But either way, we will get it sorted out. We will not ever, never go from go from red flag directly back to green. That won't happen. So if we do go red, be looking for the flag stands for additional information. If you start seeing putting the yellows out, that means go ahead and start circulating. If you see the doubles, treat it as a pace car situation and catch up to the field. But I won't leave you sitting out there very long. Just give me a couple of minutes until I get the incident cleared, and I'll either get you circulating again or I'll bring everybody down pit lane and red flag the race again and get you guys out of the cars while we clear the incident. We expect to be green on the track both days at 9 a.m. So I need everybody in their cars, buckled in, ready to go at 8:45. At the race, we'll do a short drivers meeting at 8 o'clock. We will use a random number generator to pull up a random pit stall. The team in that pit stall will be selected first. They'll roll out behind the pace car and we'll go progressively down. Let's say we pull pit stall number 10. We'll go 11, 12, 13, all the way up, and then 1 through 9. And then on Sunday, we'll use the same pit stall. We'll go the opposite direction. So that's how we do the rollouts off pit lane. Big thing is be ready to go at 8:45. Every driver's buckled in the car, ready to go. We'll roll out. We'll do a full lap, check the transponders, and the second time around, we'll bring the pace car in. So I've done my math right. We'll hit it right on time and be green at 9 o'clock and run straight through to the finish. After finish, the top 5 cars and the first cars in class will report to impound. We'll do the post-race impound, and then we'll move on from there. Dinner on Saturday and award ceremony on Sunday. A couple additional things I want to point out. Willow Springs charges a gate fee for everybody that enters into the facility. So be prepared to have each of your people pay the gate fee. When you show up, you'll have to sign the waivers at the gate, pay the gate fee, and then you'll come in. They are running a test and practice session there run by Willow. Please remember that you still need to get your car through tech and your team through registration. So make sure you carve out some time in the day to do that. We will close down on time, and with the number of cars we have, it shouldn't really be a problem. If you haven't heard about it yet, I sent this out to the team captains a little while ago, but our tech form is now online. It's a virtual electronic form. So your team captain will see a new button on their main login page that says submit a tech form. They click on that, they fill out the basic information for the car. There's either fill-in buttons or drop-down check boxes for the equipment that you put on the car, and it'll auto-tabulate your point value. You save that. When you come to tech, the tech inspectors will have a tablet. They will open up your tech form. They will look strictly at the safety equipment on your car. They will check the dates on your belts and your window nets and that kind of stuff, check your roll cage, etc. They'll click save, and the form will automatically go over to registration, and that's all you got to do. So please make sure that you go online and fill out that tech form electronically. We will not be doing paper at the track. So if you come to the track and you haven't got it filled out, we'll find a tablet and send you off someplace where you can get some signal and fill it out electronically. But it would really be a lot better for you guys to go ahead and get it done in advance. It's really, really simple. Like I say, team captains, you'll see that button that says submit a tech form. Click on that, fill it out exactly like you would the paper form. That's all there is to it. That is all I have got, and I'm looking at Polly. Polly's giving me the nod. So, all right, good. I got a thumbs up from Polly. I'm all good. So, okay, again, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you choosing to race with us. Look forward to seeing you out in California, and I will see you Friday at load-in and tech and registration, and then we will see you Saturday morning at 8 o'clock for the drivers' meeting. Thanks.